The bench press is the ultimate exercise that we want to have a super high number for. We want to be as strong as possible, and the guide to being as strong as possible is, as boring as it sounds, having amazing technique. But it's also getting the right setup so that you can lift as much weight as possible. If you're leaking too much energy at the start of an exercise just trying to set up, then you're not going to be able to lift to your potential, be as strong as possible, and have a huge chest like you want. The portable pillow, I like to call it, I called it on Instagram the other day, the portable pillow that is the key to have someone sleep on your chest. And if you don't have a decent chest, that's just not going to happen, unfortunately. Just jokes. So the question I got on Instagram was, where do you lay down relative to the bar when doing the bench press? Bar at eye level, ? First of all, I want to talk about these benches that I actually used to have in my gym. And when you have the bar above you, there's a bench that actually kind of comes forward, like it rocks forward. So you have the hooks of the barbell, but you can pull it up to your eyes or up to your shoulders, wherever, and then you literally bench press the weight up, and then the rack falls back. So that when you're doing the bench, it's like someone's giving you a lift off. And when someone gives you a lift off, it's like they help the bar out to you, and then you start your bench press. Because the part that we're addressing in this video is getting the barbell from the hooks above your eyes and then bringing it forward so that you can do your bench press. And where does that kind of happen? So these benches, if you do have access to that in your gym, which I think is quite rare, but if you do, I would highly recommend using them because it saves this whole part that we're talking about in this video. And that's going to allow you to pretty much get lift off like you would with a partner if you had a spotter. So if you don't have that, if you just have a standard bench press where they're just on stationary hooks like I do here, then this is what we need to do. We want to get under the bench and line up the bar at eye level. So just like he's asked in the question, bar at eye level, yes, that's where we want the barbell. So when we start off, we want the bar in line with our eyes, and then we push it off the hooks, and then we bring it to shoulder level so that it's stacked directly above us, and we have this kind of shoulder to barbell, just this nice straight line, and that's a great place to start. And then as we lower the barbell from the shoulder level, we want to land the barbell on our nipple line / sternum area. So that's where we want to land it. And then when we push back up, we want to come back in line with shoulder level. So the barbell, as opposed to a deadlift and a squat, does not go directly up and down. I used to think it did. So if you watch a squat sideways, a really good squat is going to go down and up, and the barbell is going to stay in the same place. The same thing is going to happen with the deadlift. If you watch a skilled deadlifter, from the side, the barbell should just be going up and down, because that's the most efficient way to move. If it's doing curves and going back and going forward, we're wasting energy, or our body's getting in the way, or our technique can be massively improved to make it more efficient. The fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line if there's nothing in the way. So with the bench press, that's what I always thought. But it actually needs to move in an arc. So that's what happens when we go from shoulder level down to the sternum nipple line, and then back up to shoulder level. You'll see it's kind of like a slight arc. It's not dramatic, but it's not a complete straight up and down line. And then once you finish, you rack the barbell back to eye level. So this is a pretty straightforward video, but when you're doing bench press, you got to make sure that your eyes are directly under the barbell, because if you're too far back and it's kind of like in line with your neck or your shoulders, when you unrack the barbell, it's going to be too far in front. And that's going to be a real unstable position to bench from because it's too far in front of your body. And the other way goes as well. If you're too far down the bench, and instead of being at eye level height, it's like beyond your head, it's too far to reach back. And if the weight's really, really heavy, you might actually not be able to get it off the hooks to do your bench press. And then when you finish too, you have this kind of heavy weight in front of your shoulders, and then you kind of got to Hail Mary the weight all the way back. It's just not a good situation. You might end up on YouTube on a bench press fail video. So to save the embarrassment and to save your rotator cuffs from just exploding off, eyes underneath the barbell, you bench from your shoulders, land on your sternum, back to your shoulders, repeat for as many reps as you're going to do, and then back to eye level. And that is that. If you didn't know that, now you do. Let me know in the comments if you have any other specific questions around the bench press. Happy to answer them there. If you like this video, like it, subscribe it, would appreciate it. And there will be a video here on YouTube showing you something that you like, recommending it. It's better than me telling you to go watch a video. This is what you like. This is what YouTube said. I'll see you in the next video.